So the toolbox of digital health technologies in 2020 for the assessment of symptoms in movement disorders is very well filled. So it's not only devices, but also the number of ideas, algorithms, and parameters are increasing and give us hope that this can be soon used in clinical routine and also in clinical trials. Very recently, the first performance-based parameter for the assessment of movement disorders has been approved by a regulatory body, and this is a walking parameter in Duchene muscular atrophy. And I think this is a very good sign for the future development, and we will see a lot more parameters coming up and be routinely used in clinical routine and in clinical trials for the assessment of symptoms in movement disorders. We have very good examples for capacity assessment in movement disorders, so where we know about how people behave in our clinics and in our labs. We do not know much about perception assessment in movement disorders, for example, coming from electronic diaries, and we invest a lot in developing such diaries so that they can also be based on digital technology and can assess people in their home environment. The challenges of these parameters, ideas, and algorithms that we develop for the assessment of movement disorders are particularly the validation of the parameters. So it's relatively complex to validate parameters that are assessed in a home environment, and our gold standards are mainly located in the lab and in the clinics. So this has been solved. Another challenge is that the regulatory situation is relatively strict, and we are not as fast as we should be to implement new ideas and algorithms and parameters and devices coming from the digital technologies world into our clinical routines, simply because we have problems also with these regulation aspects.